Welcome, students of 2020, for your grade 12 LO life orientation. So I hope that I find you well, and I hope that I find you still keeping yourselves safe. Now, today's lesson is a very nice lesson because it also touches on the thing that we do every day, and that is food. So we want to look at nutrition. What do you think of when people talk about nutrition? When you talk about nutrition, we are talking about food. We're talking about food, and we're talking about the types of foods that we eat. All right. So when you wake up in the morning, as usual, when you wake up, you're hungry. You haven't eaten for many hours. Your last meal was the previous night. What happens is your body needs food to function, and your body needs a balanced diet. So you just don't eat anything at any time. Your body needs a balanced diet to actually help you with your activities. Now, as a student, the effect of having a balanced diet is one of the most important things that will actually help you succeed in your studies. What will happen is when you have a balanced diet, then your body functions in a proper way. It will benefit you mentally. It will benefit you when you study, because when you don't have enough of those, when you don't have enough nutrition in your body, your brain won't function as well as it is supposed to. For instance, if you are not having enough carbohydrates in your diet, you won't have enough energy. Your brain won't have enough energy to focus. You won't have enough uh, strength to actually carry on with the physical activities of the day because of the lack of carbohydrates. If you don't have fats in your diet, then your body again won't have enough of that kind of energy that is needed, because fat is needed in the body. And of course, if you don't have protein in the body, your muscles won't be able to function properly. You won't be able to actually build new muscles after exercising, because you need protein to grow. You need protein for healthy bones. You need protein for all the functions that happen in your body. So when you wake up in the morning, you have your breakfast. Your breakfast usually has to be a nice combination of all the diets. It has to be a nice combination of all the nutrients. They are called macronutrients. These macronutrients are usually split into the ones I was just talking about right now: the carbohydrates, the fats, and the proteins. So when you balance those three nicely every day, especially in the morning when you wake up, because you've heard your parents say it, and even on TV when they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day because you've gone for so many hours without eating. It is true. Breakfast is the most important meal. When you have those three macronutrients, then your body is primed. Your body is prepared to take on the challenges of the day. All right. So, what do you have for breakfast when you wake up? I'll give you a moment to actually think about it. What do you have for breakfast when you wake up? You find that a lot of students usually start off with, not only students but even adults, they usually start off with a bowl of cereals. Okay, let's examine what would be in a typical bowl of cereals. Maybe a bowl of bran flakes. I like bran flakes as well. What would be in bran flakes? You know that bran flakes has a lot of vitamins in it. Vitamins also has the characteristic of having carbohydrates. So the carbohydrates will provide you with energy. All right, and the carbohydrates in the bran flakes are the good carbohydrates. Remember, you need the good type of carbohydrates. There are bad carbohydrates, and then there are good carbohydrates. There are complex carbohydrates, and then there are simple carbohydrates. So usually the complex carbohydrates are the ones that you need to have in your system, and you'll find that the bran flakes actually have these kind of complex carbohydrates. Now what happens with these complex carbohydrates is that they are released into the body. They are released into the body slowly, so you have that energy that is released into the body slowly. So the benefit of having this energy released slowly into the body is that you are able to use it as the day progresses. It's not the kind of energy that will just finish at one go. So you have a steady release of energy. Now that is so good because as a student, when you're studying, you don't want to just feel hungry all the time. You don't want to always be snacking and snacking and snacking. You want something that will give you a constant release of energy. So you find that things like bran flakes and oats are able to actually release that energy slowly into the system. Even when you're performing, you're doing your PE and you're doing your sports, it's always encouraged to have these complex carbohydrates maybe an hour, 30 minutes to an hour before you're exercising, because it will give you that kind of strength and it will give you that kind of energy that is released slowly as you do your exercises. So you find that you have that energy and that power, and you find that in that particular bowl of cereals as well, you have proteins as well. So proteins will actually give you the the growth for your muscles. It will repair your muscles. Then you will also have some fats in that particular bowl. Sometimes you find that the fat level is reduced because too much fat is not a good thing. Again, you have the good fats, then you have the bad fats. So usually you find a combination of all the fats sometimes in that particular bowl of oats. And if it has more of the good fats, then that's what we're aiming for, because when you have the bad fats, then these are stored in the body. These will actually lead to being overweight, and that is one thing that you want to avoid. You want to have a diet that will promote a nice normal weight in your body. Okay, so and then you find that when you have that bowl of cereals, some people might actually want to have some fruit inside. Fruits actually have a lot of these healthy nutrients. You'll find that a fruit like a banana will contain potassium, so potassium will give you good energy. It will also have some carbohydrates that will also give you good energy. Then you'll find that you have apples. So some people actually like to put those fruits inside the bowl, and that will give you a nice, well-rounded, balanced diet. Then in my case, I would also throw in maybe 2 boiled eggs to go with those bran flakes. Not not inside. I'm not talking about throwing the 2 boiled eggs inside the bowl. No, I'll have them on the side. Once I'm done with the bran flakes, then I go for the eggs. Some might like them fried. Okay, so you find that when you eat a balanced meal, especially during those exam periods, it will give you the edge, because you have fueled your body, you have given your body. And when you have the fresh fruits, as we mentioned a little bit earlier on, when you have the fresh fruit in the oats or a little bit afterwards, you can even have your fruits as a snack. When you have your fruits as a snack, instead of having the chocolates and the sweet things, you can actually just go for the apple and the bananas. That will actually provide you with a snack that is healthier, and a snack that will last longer in the stomach. Not only fruits, but vegetables as well. Those will provide you with nice snacks that you can actually have as the day progresses. Okay, so vegetables are very important. We tried our best as youngsters to avoid vegetables. I used to try my best to avoid vegetables. However, my mother was very persistent, and she still is. Even up until this day, she reminds me, always have something that is green on your plate. Our parents know what's best in terms of diet. So when your parents encourage you to have those vegetables or those veggies on your plate, you should have vegetables with every meal. So when they encourage you, always follow that advice, always follow that encouragement, and have your veggies with every meal. You'll find that the benefit of having these veggies is that they are healthy. Okay, vegetables contain no fat or less fat than most of these other meals. They contain a lot of vitamins, they contain proteins, they contain carbohydrates, and also another very good aspect and advantage of vegetables is that they have less calories. Now remember that when it comes to things like calories, when you have a lot of calories in your body, it means that you will be overweight because you have more calories than you are using. What happens is that when you are consuming more calories than your body needs, the other calories will then be stored as fat. So you don't want a situation whereby you have more than you need. So the advantage of having vegetables is that you'll be able to fill your stomach with lesser calories, and then the end result is that your body will function nicely and you have a nice normal weight. And also don't forget to always drink amanzi. You should always, amanzi abaluleke kakhulu, you need to always drink amanzi. You should never forget to drink amanzi with your meals. Even before your meals, you should always have your water.
Did you hear about our amazing giveaway? We recognize that you have had a really difficult year and we want you to excel in your exams. We are giving you all the lessons and most importantly, special exam preparation to make sure you succeed. 50 Rand will give you your pass. No, not pass, but excellence in your exams. Yes, you're right, it's a giveaway for just 50 Rand for the first 1,000 registered. Jump onto our app to enroll or SMS 45139.